I live in a small apartment building on a quiet street. Not exactly the place where you'd expect drama. Most of the neighbors keep to themselves. But the guy living 2 doors down? Let's call him Marcos. He's the kind of man who makes drama. Loud car, loud music, loud personality. Always double parked. Always shouting on his phone. The type who thinks rules are for other people. I never liked him, but I kept my distance. Until the day he hit my motorcycle. It was a Thursday, early evening. I was home after work, relaxing by the window with a cold drink. That's when I heard it, a sudden, metallic crack. I looked down just in time to see Marcos backing his car away from my bike. The rear end of his SUV had just crunched into my motorcycle, bending the front fork, cracking the fairing, and snapping my mirror off like it was a twig. And then, he looked around, paused, and drove away like nothing happened. No note, no knock on my door, nothing. I ran downstairs, heart pounding. My bike looked like it had been sidekicked by a bull. Damage estimate? 700 reais. And here's the kicker. I had no dash cam, no street cam, just my own 2 eyes. When I confronted Marcos the next day, he played dumb. What? No man, was it me? You sure it wasn't someone else? A lot of people drive here. The way he said it, all smug and casual like my broken bike was just some neighborhood mystery. Like I was imagining things. I felt powerless. And worse, disrespected. You work hard, save up, finally get something nice, and someone destroys it without blinking. I reported it to the building admin, nothing. The cops didn't care without footage. And Marcos? He just kept parking like a king and acting like a saint. For a few days, I let it go, but every time I saw him walking to his car with that arrogant smirk, something boiled inside me. I wasn't going to let him get away with it. That Saturday night, I saw his car parked on the street. Same spot as always. No cameras nearby. No foot traffic. And then it hit me. If the system wouldn't bring justice, I would. But I didn't want to go full slash the tires mode, not yet. That's too obvious. Too noisy. Too fast. No, I wanted to take my time. Let it sting. So I waited. I observed. Every night, Marcos parked his car facing the building. And every night, I knew he'd be passed out cold by 2 a.m. after drinking or whatever it is he does. That's when I struck. Night 1. I unscrewed his rear license plate. Not off completely, just enough so it hung at a weird angle. The next day, I watched him get pulled over a block away. No fine. Just a warning. Warm-up round. Night 2. A little tube of superglue. Just a dab under the handle of the driver's side door. When he yanked it open the next morning, it snapped off in his hand. I watched him curse at the sky from my window. Still not enough. Night 4. I printed 20 fake parking tickets, each one with different offenses, fake seals, and angry fines. I slid them under his windshield, one each night for nearly a week. He complained to everyone, admin, neighbors, his social media. Paranoia set in. He thought the city had targeted him. And then the final blow. Late one night, I waited till he was asleep. I took a bottle of used engine oil, black, thick, disgusting, and poured a small trail under the front of his car, making it look like an engine leak. The next morning, he panicked. I watched from my balcony as he knelt by his car, poking under it, face pale. Later that day, his car was gone, towed to a mechanic. For 2 whole weeks, his car was out of commission. And every day he walked to the bus stop in the rain, I sipped coffee from my window and smiled. When Marcos finally got his car back, he was different. Quieter. Paranoid. He stopped double parking. He stopped blasting music. And most importantly, he never messed with me again. I never touched his paint. Never broke anything major. Never did anything that could land me in jail. But I made sure he felt every ounce of disrespect he gave me. $700 damage to my bike. Let's just say, he paid for it, in full. Sometimes, the world won't hand you justice on a silver platter. Sometimes, you have to build it yourself, piece by piece, quietly, smartly. And when it finally hits them, they won't even know what storm they walked into. Finally being served.